goals, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. More than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store. Between the
somebody to hold me. Some done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement, and this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action, cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spitting flows? Been weighing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We could take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode. You gon' need someone to hold me. They cannot hold me, yeah.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Rodgers now on 1st down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers forced out to his left. And check down complete to Hall. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Slot man moves right.
Tighten up. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Yeah,
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, And
that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers being chased out left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. In motion right is Wilson. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. He's got the hook up to Lazard. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
The question for Mixon was after an injury-riddled 2020. Would he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
Rolling to his right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
57, Mike, back one. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check 3, check 1.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
If you're going to choose a franchise back from the 2022 class, most figured it would be Breece Hall out of Iowa State, and he was the first guy off the board to the New York Jets. More than looked the part of a bell cow offensive cornerstone at Iowa State, and by testing numbers, one of the best athletes we've seen enter the league at his position.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The slot man in motion right. From the 16, Rodgers flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that way. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Rodgers now on 1st down. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Burrow will throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Escaping the pressure right. Pass thrown right. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Catch made right side by Wilson. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here we go.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. You tighten up. Hey, 88. 50 seconds to mine. Hey,
From the 39, Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. And I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jalen Waddle, 50 yards. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Open man here is Conklin. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Steps away to his left. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
57's the mic. Mark 57. Come on.
Here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. He finds Wilson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll look to throw. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by DJ Reed.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 17, Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase from 17 yards out. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's got room. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hall again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there. Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeout As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A final shot now for Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. It's taken down.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end.